that she eke. I don't quite say football is social investment. I don't quite enough gratification. So between the akasa, because Ghana in this car.
Okay. Rich Midasi na ene ye be deal with that topic no. Na answer na me call achinsem no so no. Me be say ene ye some small education bi ema ye tie for ne ahwefo. Na mesrara omo mutie already no so no. At this point in the senka umbetimi aba ye digital platforms in so through Facebook and Pensign TV and ebeboa because the education now I sought to do no it comes with a lot of visuals kakra. It's in Kabeboa, they will get a perfect picture if they commit me and Margaret only from listening to radio and join us our your digital platform so and Kabeboa. Rich, and then some starting me seminar from the same honorable Kujato Ablakwa. And the statement I think on the Monday on the Yenyanum Love in the morning, David Akwete a interview now all making revelations, you know. Now one of them are a catch firepower memoha. Say honorable Kujato Ablakwa edit to just say budget I had to call AFCON 2023 no. In fact, Parliament approves our budget no. Ena yekoye. And for him, a very, very shocking. Say, you bet me remind me of who. Son of a big see a boy swimming idea some honorable Kujato Ablakwa. The conversation he had with David Akwete, then we come back and do it. For Mama Yentie honorable.
I became very suspicious when all efforts in Parliament to get the government and the FA to disclose to us the amount of money they have budgeted for the AFCON. All those efforts led to nothing. They were stonewalling. They were coming up with all kinds of flimsy excuses that they haven't finalized the budget. We should allow them to go and come. And you see, the point must be made. Our laws are very, very clear. The Public Financial Management Act is clear. You cannot engage in public expenditure without parliamentary approval. You must submit these budgets to Parliament and get an approval before you go and spend. It's as if we've become some banana republic, some lawless jungle where people do whatever they want. Now, they have been back for many days and they still haven't disclosed. So that is what prompted me that, look, when public officials go to this extent to hide information from the people, it means that they are not proud of their action. They do not want the people to have the information because a lot has gone wrong.
Okay. Enti say utie honorable Kujato Ablakwa. The simple argument and say ono as MP no na oye suspicious, especially when omo bought the Ministry of Youth and Sports say omo to budget didi e Parliament ansa na yakọ AFCON na ase omo tete na afi omo betu omo num to say o ye yakọ AFCON na ba ansa na yabeto budget didi no na ade eku ono honorable Kujato Ablakwa kra ne say o share the Public Finance Management Act na sikemi eni wa was aban FFI Ghana futuom na yekodi aba Parliament engine to mu say sika no yemfa nkoye sa adwumadi na ye de ekwa akoye no. And he went on to say as a Ghana ye wo jungle kwaye bi mu a emra nya adwuma na obi asori a na oye de also oye. Now Rich, what honorable Kujato Ablakwa is saying say over Ghana your constitution na say oko I think article 178 be one from pa and it na make say senkene no ubetimi a join e Facebook and I say obe join e Pensign TV and ka ebeboa pa because a lot of the things that we are saying, you know, we are reading our tactical board no so it makes you following it, you know, very, very interesting and very, very easy. Say ubetimi a follow in seminar ye kanu. Now Rich, say over article 178 of your constitution 178 good. There is Article 178, withdrawal from public funds and etc. And your constitution, no, actually, a choir your first one, ye sika every public funds in him, not your cost spending. Which say, oh, yeah. Article 178, essay 1. No money shall be withdrawn from the consolidated fund except to meet expenditure that is charged on the fund by the Constitution or by an act of Parliament. And to obey Robert Timilin in South Ghana, your consolidated fund name, I just said, you see, Empire Jet to Muse Sikano, you free account to him, and Parliament, I day, and Jet to Muse, you Scano, B, where the issue of those monies has been authorized by an appropriation act, no, many more than and it is only Parliament, and the team says, oh, your music putting me at once, you have good way, and Parliament are Jet to move, which Sawoko Suri Article 178 now. Everywhere beer and my akonya say first yes your public fund mobiano it make reference to Parliament. For instance, to B2 no essay by a supplementary estimate approved by resolution of Parliament passed by the purpose claim essay by an act of Parliament enacted under Article 179 of the Constitution or by rules or regulations made under the act of Parliament. Everywhere you read Article 178, it is talking about Parliament, and that was the point. Now, Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa a making. But did Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa mislead Ghanaians with some now or kind? Rich, I will take you to an article on Ghana Web, which was written in December 2022, 23rd of December 2022. Now, say Oko Ghana acquire first one by this car. There are two funds by this car. The consolidated fund and the friend contingency fund. No, rich contingency fund. You didn't know what I'm saying. Say be by emergency. You found call Parliament, and I say they are called Parliament. Name of Parliament. I'm making sure say apart from the normal consolidated fund, you taxpayers' money. Etumuno say be by emergency. So your boss of emergency fund be at war, and also see a timid as to him. Not yet the quiet idea. But there is a third one called the contingency votes. Contingency votes. Now, this is Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa speaking around Friday, 23rd of December 2022. Rich, the caption of the story, our Ghana Web, and it said, contingency votes slashed from 1.4 billion Ghana cedis to 533 million Ghana cedis. Okujeto Ablakwa. Now, if you read the story, they say, the member of Parliament for Northton, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, says the minority in Parliament has successfully cut the extravagant allocation to the notorious contingency votes from 1.4 billion to 533 million. The lawmaker makes the revelation on Facebook. We have also successfully cut the extravagant allocation to notorious contingency votes from 1.4 billion Ghana cedis to 533 million. He posted on Facebook. Now, Obibusa say contingency votes, Rich, contingency vote according to this article by Ghana Web. I say the contingency vote is a vote under the other government obligation in the budget which is approved by the Finance Committee and passed as part of the Annual Appropriation Act passed by Parliament. What it means, and they say, apart from CIJG tax, the Kobus consolidated fund, and they say you are creating a contingency fund. Say, be emergency to Abayabia Parliament. Amana Hoko say, on Timin come, no going says, can also empty one. Your bossika butribia to her. Under the supervision of the finance minister, I have found contingency votes. You have voted sika, and you have to woman and say, "Yeah, no player, you could and no man who quite and I say, until go through the process of Parliament to say, yeah, man, Akunya, now offer the South Kobo either a consolidated fund him, and I say a consolidated the contingency fund him. Nemono, Jesus carrying. onam na okọ na bibi tu okom na untimi ma parliament a fa no ye ansa na uwie a wo ba be ka kire na rich okay na nse ya na some MP for ni minister say yentu your finance minister honorable Ken Oforiatta enti your friend no ema ne call your friend sensor meeting see ye tu no enti yentie na no disem e was a sensor meeting na say ena nkofo ka tell say subo ba ko e dia be finance minister they say sa sika na ya vote for no finance minister so all boy who brana ya kono say sika di obetimi ni sa bom na wetimi e dia show me a problem bia ansa na wa parliament aba be cheche mu no e ho na wo bo kono ni free efi honorable Ken Oforiatta no a o say say sika no kweri nyame anim ni e sika obetimi akọ first careful say ne opa bia na o dia ye opa bia o ne o ti se nko focus asem no abonti a enyo no kre na this for no mo kasa asem no sa contingency vote we in 2014 sa blaster sika de ma o mo no sa $3 million na ya fly ko Brazil no ye muso mo say na efi sika be mu a into the 2014 budget for blasters na efi says kenim e yes contingency vote ni mu a na kata 2022 blasters a budget ye free mu na rich you go through the history and the normal government procedure for budget approval for the blasters has come from the contingency votes and free a consolidated funding and free a contingency funding. Majority of the time so blasters air tournament near be approved budget it comes from the contingency votes and contingency vote time a year prepare budget you can't just to more parliament dada.
And who here say?
Say a test Sikawe say.
Parliament.
Yes, finance minister Ayan Adumano. Say Sikawe available to him. Say unto me my parliament. Let me be also sorting the quick, Say Sikanim the obetime he says can free no dia ko anunti. Say Ministry of Sports. Enya blasters budget from the GFA. Na opesa odo koto aman say omunyi sikama na. Sa oko finance minister wa aya na mpempi no sa contingency vote nim and finance minister eyi sika free mu e de fund blasters budget and indeed honorable Ken Oforiatta aka say kata 2022 enimu and eyi sika free e nti me understand and say honorable Okujeto Ablakwa has been member of parliament for a very very long time. In fact on what a contingency vote is because no almost say I want to Ken Oforiatta effortswa odi Ghana sika no onu ankasa jitum in this article say adia na 1.4 billion na no mu gise wo sika no doso and our finance minister na bem and odi ye no o ma kwa me na yate so from 1.4 billion to 533 million enti say yako AFCON ba na unim say the normal practice of government ye tayi AFCON any worker budget from the contingency voter. Na se obana baka se ase ye omaya ye tekwayem a emra nya adwuma because wo suspicion and say ya ma meje parliament approval for the blasters budget. Say one hwe ye na wa anya research here it may be a very very misleading statement from our friend honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, especially when he knew say under Onuankasa government this has been the source of blasters budget yedi akọ tournament. So when we are offering ye tier for near for and say oti o baby say government and as a parliament approve blasters budget and yet cast in stone say chinchina time say government approve parliament approve blaster budget there and then obi boom so there is this thing called contingency vote.
So it means that a practice a cost de bien
what you say and to say
in this case no people say afidie no so han ye na.
So what I'm saying is it has always been the practice.
Okay.
Even under this NPP government the Ken Oforiatta or finance minister aka say Kata 2022 budget na e call work up no it came from the contingency vote. And the problem then say honorable Okujeto Ablakwa as a parliamentarian should have known say and yet only the process of parliament approving AFCON budget pay and the bit me akwa budget sika no na there's a contingency vote to so and also my finance minister no kwan say on sika free enunu na odiama the Ministry of Youth and Sports na ye dey akobo blasters home bra. And when you don't bring in this conversation and only stand on one point and make the statements now make here now, it may be very, very misleading. And say, oh, you're a citizen. Now, when you have this kind of education, and where you may be screwed in your mind, now you make only one argument, and the argument will end. Say, we live in a lawless nation where Blasters budget does not pass through parliament, but Yamaho Kwai, Emily Yesika. Now, Rich, let's get back to your topic now. Achi, any the question of social investment. You see, I suspect Achi does not really understand the debate of Ghanaians on the topic of Blasters and national team budget. It is true, a fact. Mimiti I don't know, quantify, and I'm not a here. Number one, your first argument I am making as Ghanaians is what we call value for money audit. Value for money audit. Rich, what does it mean? You say, a woman say, I buy a home. You told Mama Ghana penny for say, I'm going to protect the public purse. Until you the Ghana resources in Asho Monsa. So, I'm going to do. Now, you maximize the development out of the resources. The Momo. Apart from the two, you know, the Biada, you got a tag, you bet a tax, you bet a tax, you be more musica, you more musica, or more so near any say, on the process can buy. Now, I'm going to develop it on mine, and your mind, send a beer, yeah, Timno, your home betoye. Now, Rich, the simple value for money argument you are doing, and say, since time you start seeing a Pompisica into your Blasters. And the argument of the social value
I started time I ever call your first work
up in 2006. And the social value at the brain and Nhyira Rich, so say, oh, your balance sheet. Blasters and Nhyira their brain. Anywhere where their brain vis-a-vis Sikaya pumping into it. What Ghanaians are saying, and they say it doesn't tally.
And
even though we are perceiving making social investment, we are approving, see you making social investment, you know. But the social investment now, I just say a mediano. She said, Blasters in Yakobo, I will one moment at the brain. So the point you are making is that we are not getting value for money for the social investment that we are making. Because at the end of the day, Blasters AFCON, Rich, your full run of 16. Your full run of 16, no. Your chair qualification bonus, MIA players, no. For qualifying out of the group, is that enough to give any Ghanaian the happiness already from the social investment? The answer is no. You call AFCON, you say Ghana, you say player history, no. We need to win the trophy and the happiness ever be. And you see AFCON, making any value in terms of investment into Saudi Arabia. What Ghanaians are saying, and say their ultimate social happiness, with the Blasters, and we don't have to keep on pumping in money into Saudi Arabia for the social investment, because out of now, and the ultimate energy and the we are not getting value for money. Number two, and he said, Rich, we are making what we call
because of timing, you know. O number two, no. Alizu de obo bosso. Na ochina nyame adoma your 3 hours.
Good.
Ni anya time pa na ye bie mu one after the other. So I do the bosso ne no.
No problem.
Na nyame adoma ochina no.
No problem.
Na avie sombre na.
No problem. I was almost done. Okay. Number two, no. Number two is surface investment.
Okay.
We are making social investment. But Ghana for argument, and they say social investment now you're making, a new investment now you're making. The real problem of Ghana football doesn't lie alone with the Blasters. And say if anybody, it's me convince you buying to approve a budget of $8.3 million. See young Funko Blasters tournament. The simple argument I hear, they say the foundations of Ghana football is weak.
You need to say training.
What you say?
You league in Koye.
What you say? Your players welfare, our form, and you might be a Ghana footballer. And I you be do baby a Blasters no one. You are ready to invest, no. I see one in there. And to say, we are buying, that's what to committee 8.3 million. What Ghanaians are saying is, I don't know, a social investment, but a surface investment. And your only blasters. Now, at the end of the coming, so my committee $8 million into blasters. No, yeah, prom build a better infrastructure for us. My training pitches, my accommodation, invest in your local league, invest in Nhyira, and building the foundation of Ghana football. Send what we call the social investment of blasters, and what you call social surface investment. The last one, Rich, is what Meme terminal as simply injustice. See who see African games, say sports and your football Argentina say you call Commonwealth Games, you call World Athletic Championship, you call Olympic Games. You making the same argument of social investment, but we tell the runners and the athletes to win us medal and son of Yamomuska.
Even Black Queens, yeah, don't
and I want to be chat to my point in say if the argument of social investment and a year make here. And until you won't call me, I'll prove any budget for the blasters. Yes, somebody chat and say, then that argument is an injustice to the enemy because say athletes in the Omoko America, yes, so connect 100 meters. No, Ojimia, and Sanyama $10,000.
Or gold.
Yes, the gold answer, the silver answer, the bronze answer, and Sanyama, yes, social investment. Why can't they do same to the blasters? Anything apart from the blasters, all the other national teams in India, we don't make this huge investment and term it as social investment into our. And I can say, national teams in Ghana, they are their pie man, as you do.
Okay.
And see that when it comes to my money, and see, these are the three arguments. I am making vis-a-vis the social investment. Yet, said that, say, actually, we don't get value for money for your social investment in your blasters. A surface investment because you will know baby. I'm your foundation of your football every week, and can interested in investing there. And there's an injustice because the blasters now your friend of social investment. We don't do that in our athletes. You're same for your boxers. You're same for your cyclists. You're same for even the other national teams in football. Yes, how then do you say what's here? So what's here? You will not make the argument of social investment.
What the from Papa China